yesterday was the same way. I mean, nobody ran away.
Oh no, no.
One win away, and the other team, you know, is in the lead, lose one. You know, it was just been completely reversed.
Yeah, we were talking about that. That a lot of times in a group like this, you think there would be like laggers, but there really were none. Like Linda amazed me. We all admitted that last night that we judged the book by its cover.
This morning at the challenge.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
But you know the benefit, you didn't really get a benefit, man, because we got
that was so
second.
taking
We got all those apples.
Yeah,
we were
so pissed.
I know, you should
That
have
was
been.
not a benefit.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, we got to eat some Doritos, but it's
But
just
it
like
was not what we were.
no.
You know,
And the TP, we didn't use the TP. We would have
You
done
know what I mean?
Right.
We got apples.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a bunch of food.
Yep.
You know, if it wasn't raining, you know, there was no real need for anything like that. We were fine sweeping out under the open sky. You know?
All right.
All right.
Our fire people are gone.
I'm a fire person.
Good. Well, he's got matches.
He's got matches. Yeah.
I'll do fire detail.
Yeah, because they're probably dark. Well, y'all might be.
I can start collecting wood if you need that.
Yeah, there's a stash with everything. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how we'll take it out.
Let's actually figure that out.
What's that?
Honestly,
I sleep out because I always get nervous. I'm going to be the snorer. Because I know at home my wife is always elbowing me.
Oh, I'm a snorer.
But I also like sleeping outside because I get too hot. I'm just like, I can't deal with it. I like to be in the cold.
Yeah, you were good on the first night. You were kind of out behind us the fire.
I think over the last few nights I've been sleeping and thinking about it the entire time.
Okay. Yeah.
When I'm at home, my wife.
I slept next to the fire. I can go either wherever.
Oh, I could set up a tent, and if anybody needs it, like it's too cold.
Yeah, we want to set it up at least. I mean,
Have a rest.
It got cold last night.
Yeah, it did.
The sky was clear. It got really cold.
Did you have a place where you want to put like
Yeah, that
firewood?
first night was warm.
We were just chucking it over there.
all right. Well,
I'm on firewood.
Make sure we keep shit on the fire.
Yeah.
Even though all the wood around here disappears the second you pick it up. Have you noticed that? It's like, it turns into fibrous mush.
Yeah.
Like freaking rabbit.
Like chasing the
Yeah. How's your leg doing? You took a big hit over. Oh, did you see it, man? Yeah, on the back. I think everybody saw it.
yeah, no. We did talk about it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big crack.
Sorry, yeah. Or no, it was your hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Another day.
Ah.
No, I'm not by myself.
I don't know. This might burn well for a while. So.
Is this the flattest spot you can find, or over here? I mean, if we're on it.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in Africa,
Right.
you know, it's just like, so matter of fact, it's just super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all told them.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So we're
Where'd you guys find those? With the more?
Yeah.
Going back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We should.
I'm not saying that to try to get that. I mean, I'm just certain that we've got some good ideas that this guy, he's holding on to. If they didn't flush one, I don't think they did. He's holding on to two, I'm telling you. So that means if they're tight, if him and her are tight, then they just got one.
Right.
Or, or if one gets suspect, they jump in the yard and they try to turn it on them, the other one's going to go for the other.
Right.
And if they got two, then hey, they can blow one to to save her, and then
Right.
chance to win individual.
If he's got two, he can use both of them because if they think that they're going home, like no matter what, they're safe. And
Right,
then,
right.
and Brian doesn't have it. Like, I mean, he would catch that too, right? Brian, the curly hair guy. Right? That's like his alley.
Oh, yeah, but he didn't. He come clean with everything. He didn't have nothing. Brian, you know, there's been like a little in-passing conversation between Brian and a couple of them, and Honey and Kathy kind of, around. I guess I know Brian. Nobody, and I can tell you, nobody like that different than my family. There's no, like I said, if there's anybody between Brian and Cody to have an idol, he could pick it. He's a super fan. He would have picked up Cutting Park in the front, but he did.
Probably.
You know.
And then because I'd say we're fairly tight. And it'd be odd with him not sharing it, because I think that would be.
Kobe, you know?
Yeah. I really think he would tell us. And I don't think Jan would have found it. I mean, we knew what his clue was, so it wasn't like an immunity, I don't think.
Just as long as you're
I'm
trustworthy.
down, but that's what happened with Mike. Mike went behind my back and I couldn't trust him. So
See, Mike.
just make sure you're telling us all the same thing.
No,
We'll
of
compare
course.
notes.
Of course.
Because they're not playing. I don't
No,
think.
I know.
Mike tried.
All I've done so far about you was ask him and ask Goatee guys and Steve. Like,
Oh, no, they told
dude,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
is Kobe trustworthy? Because you're smart, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
not-
want to. If I'm around you long enough, I'm going to feel your gut, and that's all I
Of
can go
course,
by.
yeah.
So like I
And
said,
here's
so
the thing.
we're learning.
My tribe, if we go into the immunity challenges, like individual immunity, they'll kick our fucking asses. Big
Well,
time.
that's what I'm saying. We need to get rid of one of those three.
Right.
Becca,
'Cause-
Ronnie, or Clark.
So
Like you said,
whoever
Ronnie-
doesn't win.
Ronnie
Well,
and
here's the
Becca
thing.
are the worst.
I would think, yeah, because Clark's hand is messed up.
So it just doesn't seem as aggressive as those other two. I mean,
No,
they're
he's not.
aggressive.
But
They'll-
you-
Yeah, did you
they'll ride
see?
it all the way to the end.
Did
if
you
we
see
don't.
Ronnie diving
Yeah.
for
Yes.
those things?
And
dude?
you know Ronnie, I just tried to talk to him, and he would not. I mean, he would not make conversation at all. He was just like, "Hey, how are you sure?"
What's he doing over there talking about?
He's trying to find out whether or not White has those idols.
Yeah,
You know, and that's a big concern.
Well, there is
Probably.
someone stole our idol.
probably feel us out.
So,
Because there was that thing on the side of our
and
crate.
see, I've
and
already
it's
seen
gone.
Ronnie play both sides, which is fine because that's what people do. He was talking to Wyatt all nice about it, and then he turned. So I heard him have those two conversations.
Yeah.
He didn't say Wyatt, hey, do you have two idols?
Right. Now, what do you think about Brian, curly-haired guy?
I think he's a good guy. I mean, I didn't really talk to him that much yet. I just talked to him,
Like I
only
said,
a couple.
that's why I'm saying let's work for some trust tonight.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Brian. We talk together because we know that those are the ones
And
we're
I don't want
targeting.
and I don't want to
And then
be
I
shown
wanna-
talking to you guys the whole time.
No, but we're gonna have to do a very quick decision then when
I
it
know.
And then
comes
we do
down
have
to
to
it.
find out about Wyatt. I mean, if they have two idols.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'll keep talking.
dude. I definitely think there's two idols because ours is gone, and no one in my tribe found the idol, dude. One of the freaking sides of our thing, of our crate, is gone, and we all pulled our bags out and all of our stuff, and no one had.
Well,
an
they're
idol.
talking freely to us. It's just bringing in time. Because it's the numbers.
Well, dude,
with
yeah, I know,
us.
and the thing that sucks is it's been hard to talk in general. The way this game is going.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's so much back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
You have no time between.
there's no time
Yeah.
to like.
There's no
to
privacy.
scramble.
I'm like, man, like that's.
No,
You know, and
So are we clear with that now? We're
Yeah.
gonna keep working,
Yep.
trying to work together,
Yep,
build
yep,
trust,
yep,
and then
yep.
we'll give a solid. I'm not ready, but I'm not close, right? We good?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
Okay. And I, you know. From the get-go, Brian and I kind of, bonded with him. He's, a big Survivor fan, so we started talking about stuff. And I told him, hey man, let's me and you final two. So in his brain, he's thinking we're the final two.
Clearly,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's still on board with that.
Yes. So my main alliance is with Ronnie and Becca and Clark.
Who you
And
just
myself.
threw under the bus to him.
Yeah, but the thing is he's been talked to by Kobe about how not strategic, but how athletic those guys are, and how they got to be the first to go. Which I agree in a challenge situation, for individual immunity, they have a good chance, but you never know what the challenge is going to be. Like you said, I mean, I could do well. I mean, I've held my own in the
Everything.
challenges this
You've
time.
held your own in everything.
So-
Physical, puzzles. You know what you're doing.
Right now, I'm just weighing my options. I trust that Brian is not going to go blab anything to my people in my alliance, and my alliance realizes that I'm out having conversations with people to give them intel to let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
So my alliance trusts me. You know, Kobe came up to me and he's trying to bring Brian and I in because he knows that right now there's 5 of us from, you know, our tribe, and the only way for Kobe to, you know, have an upper hand is for his existing tribe and the other tribe to join forces, and it would be a 6 of them and 5 of us. I do think I'm pretty much positive that Kobe has one of the idols, and I also think that Andy has 2 idols, because one of the idols were on our chest, and one of our idol is gone off our chest, and no one has it, because I made everyone dump their stuff out and say, okay, we don't have it. So that adds a whole other dynamic when there's 3 idols out there, and I don't have one of them in my pocket.
3 idols, but there are a lot of people. And you've narrowed it down to, hey, Kobe's got one and Andy's got 2. The 2 names. You've got 2 guys, and you're talking about kind of aligning with one of them. So you're thinking Kobe's in some sort of position of strength.
Yeah, I think Kobe, I know.
Why?
I think Kobe thinks he's in a position of strength because a lot of the fans that are playing this game kind of like, or, you know, it's like almost maybe starstruck or something by Kobe because they're playing with a survivor. So I think he's got a couple of them. Because I've talked to Jan and a couple of the other guys that are in his group, and I said, "Do you guys trust Kobe?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah."
Good question.
You know, because you know Kobe's smart. He's not an idiot. He's playing this game, and he's the one scheming more than anyone out here.
And how can you ask that question without worrying that they'll think the same about you?
Yeah, it's true. It's a tough situation to be in. You know.
Did you get an answer?
No, I don't have an answer exactly.
From them, you know.
Yeah.
Do they trust him? Okay, so in the conversation with Brian, you, from my perspective, clearly have him believing that you're not a threat.
Yeah, I have.
I think he thinks you are 100% solid.
Oh, Brian definitely thinks that him and I are 100% solid.
But my take on you is that you're hoping he keeps thinking that way.
Yeah, I do hope Brian keeps thinking that way.
Not necessarily that you need him for anything.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
good. Becca, you just talked about, and there are a couple of folks on your team that are seemingly really physically confident, capable. I watched Becca watch Brian badly lose that rope challenge today. And at some point, she was not giving him any advice, having a conversation with another one of your team members.
Right, I saw that. They were kind of standing in the woods.
So I get the sense she feels pretty confident about her position. And so what I'm hearing you say is that you feel pretty confident about that too. Your alliance, the whole of you together.
Yeah, I feel completely confident with me, Clark, Ronnie,
And Becca. Okay.
And it's just the thing of like, okay, taking Brian aside, you know, the reality of it is there's a good chance that one of, you know, my core 4 could win individual immunity. If that happens, we'll be in a way better scenario. But if it's, you just never know what the challenges are going to be.
Okay, so tell me what you know about the idols.
Kobe has one. I've got
And you know this because?
Kathy.
So you haven't confronted Kobe about knowing he has the idol, or?
Oh no, we talked about it earlier today. That they shared it as a tribal idol, but he's the one who has it.
Okay, so Kobe has one idol.
Yeah.
What else do you know about the idols?
I have the other 2.
Okay, when are you going to be able to use these idols? What do you think you're going to do?
Well, I know in talking to people, I'm in the crosshairs. People know that I've been orchestrating what's been happening on my tribe. They suspect that I have the 2 idols. They don't know. My closest ally, Laura, she does know. I told her right up front, and it was part of, you know, sort of bringing us together tightly, that she was the only one who ever knew everything that was going on. We're in trouble right now, but we know that the big three on the Orange tribe, they're all challenge beasts, and everyone seems to know that they need to be targets. And so I'm hoping that we can focus on them, and then when we hit some of those key spots where I think they might pivot and turn on me, that's when the idols come in.
Okay, wait, so you're talking about you and Laura being two, and now you're talking about Orange being competition beast. So where does green fit in? Being that you're two and there's 5 over here on Orange and 4 on green, where does that all play into you and Laura? Because you're only 2.
Understood. Kathy has been laying the groundwork with Kobe from day one. Once we sort of got a lay of the land, that she finally today sort of locked down with Kobe that whatever white members made it to the merge, we would hook up with green to take out Orange. And so we're right now working with Kobe and the other greens. I'm trying to sift through now sort of where...
yes, because they're 4, you're only 2. You have 2 idols, they have 1.
Orange doesn't have 1.
No, I'm talking about green.
Green, yeah.
Yes, you're with green, that's 6.
Yeah.
But being that there's 4 of them, how can you be sure that they don't use you to flush out 2 idols? Because if I were playing, and you might be in my alliance, but you have 2 idols.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. Yeah, you're in my alliance.
Yeah.
So how do you sleep at night?
I have to, I'm laying the groundwork with some of the other people who are clearly on the outside, who don't have a place yet, to insulate myself. I know I'm going to be a target.
Who are these people that are on the outside? Are you talking about green or are you talking about orange?
Both.
So you feel that within the 4 that's green,
yes,
there's, when you say there's people on the outside, you're meaning since it's 4, you're talking about 2 in and 2 out?
Right now, Laura has been working Jan, and on Orange, Brian. I've been talking with Brian as well. And
because you feel that they're on the bottom?
Yes.
Or you know they're on the bottom?
Right now it's a bit of a field game because I haven't had enough time to talk to everybody. And when you are down in numbers and you're a target and you have idols, which makes you an even bigger target, and people suspect but don't know, you have to go on feel. You have to go in your gut at this point. And I'm trying to, that's what tonight is all about, is trying to put those pieces together.
Okay. Okay, so you're confident about tomorrow? You're excited?
If the challenges are what they were last year, I think I can hold my own. But obviously, since it's individual, you got one chance. But I'm confident in that I can make moves. But I know I'm going to be on people's agendas. But I mean, it's one of those things. You don't want to play big too early. But I would have gone home early if I hadn't played big, and so I had to do it. And now I'm in a place where I'm paying some of the price for that, but I'm here, and I got a couple of bullets in the chambers, and I don't plan to leave here pulling a James from China. I'm not going to leave with them in my bag.
Okay, so would you be willing to save Laura if she is your closest ally? Would you be willing to give her an idol?
Yes, already planning on doing it.
Okay, if you feel that she's in danger.
I'm probably going to give her one before then. Understanding.
Out of the kindness of your heart.
Out of the, in the event I get blindsided, and it's something that whatever I do, it ends up being out of my control, and I don't at that moment have the foresight to play one. I don't want to be out with 2 and leave her with nothing.
Brian.
Richard.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
Fan. Maybe in a weird, perverse, strange way, doing terribly in that immunity challenge might help me post-merge, because they are not going to worry about me as a threat. So
now what are you going to do?
Now what are you going to do? So, well, yeah, that's a great question. Matt and I were trying to figure it out over there. So Matt and I are pretty tight. We've got each other's back, I think. I'm sure he came out here and was just like, oh, Brandon sucks, we're getting rid of him immediately, and this is just all contradictory, but we're trying to figure out.
If you're sure of that, how come you're so sure of him?
No,
Okay.
joking around,
All right.
playing to the camera, as they say. But yeah,
Well,
so,
I'm not going to tell you one way or the other,
Yeah,
which
no, I
means
don't.
I could actually have heard that from him.
Yeah.
Or, no, maybe I didn't.
Yeah, but if you did, I'm probably not the first person on anyone's hit list because I'm not a super threat in challenges, unless we do another trivia challenge.
But you know the game, and are challenges the threat?
No, but I don't think this group gets that yet. I think I might have like a 3-vote window where I can just like cruise by. I would be incredibly confident if Kobe wasn't here, because I know from watching Kobe that he's just as much a fan as I is. He knows the game just as much as I do. And I want to like be like, oh my God, Kobe, this is incredible to meet you. But at the same time, it's like, I need to get Kobe out of here. Like, if I just do whatever Kobe says, I'm not winning. I'm not getting anywhere close. So,
Well, you're here. You're individuals now.
Yeah.
This is you're combined.
right,
The merge has happened.
right now.
So now you can talk to all these people that you were talking to. You can think that these people on your team who were killing challenges are great. Doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Right.
So what are you going to do alone in the game?
Well, I was in a lucky spot because even before I did awful in that challenge, people were assuming I was on the bottom. So people were like kind of coming in and be like, oh, hang in there, like we got your back when the merge goes. So now people are kind of coming to me and being like, here's the lowdown. And I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm so on the bottom. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But if they're giving me information for nothing, I'm not gonna stop that. So it gives me a little window and stuff. But there are people. I think Kobe, he has 3 people out here and he has them like tight to the vest. Like, I don't want to say anything to them because I know they're just gonna run right back to Kobe.
So big picture then, you're out here at night.
Mm-hmm.
Challenges aren't happening.
Right.
There's downtime. You're concerned about Kobe's control. Who are you talking to? What's going to happen before you go to sleep? And when you wake up?
Right. So I might not sleep tonight because I'll just be like too paranoid. But it'll have nothing to do with the snoring and the cold. It'll just be utter paranoia keeping me awake. So I really want to talk to Andy because he was one of the people who was like, yo, hang in there. Like, I'm with you. Like, and I want to talk to Lauren.
Man, there are a lot of people who are with you.
Yeah. And as I get voted off immediately next morning.
So who do you think has the idols?
Who do I think has the idols? I think that the other tribe, or 2 tribes, have the idols. But I think I have a good beat on where a new idol is. And that's like new intel.
Okay, so let's hear it.
Okay, so there's a little stash that is right behind the fire pit. And it's covered with greenery. But earlier this evening, just right through it, I could see a little shimmering of a blue bottle. And I'm thinking, hopefully it's not rubbish or trash, I'm thinking that inside that blue bottle is a nice note that's going to tell me where the next idol is. So I can't wait to get to it right now. It's too bright.
Okay, so who on green do you think has an idol?
Kobe. He's kind of the mastermind of this deal right now. I mean, he is controlling the show. So I gotta be honest, if you're looking back at the game plan of us, Skog, and where we were, we dominated physically. But here we are now, just as I said earlier, you know, we have merged. So now we're kicking into that another aspect of the social game. So we're playing it, right? So there are 2 outcasts from the white tribe that are like, hey, where do we go? And I think Kobe is definitely making a play to bring them into the fold. And I think that these guys, the 2, are easily manipulated.
If that's the case, why can't you bring them over to you? And then instead of there being 6 over there, there's 7 over here.
Oh, we're working on it. Yeah, we have a plan.
But you think so far Kobe has
Yeah, I think so.
a grasp
Yeah,
on
I
him?
think that he does. I think that he does. So I think there's one outcast that I definitely believe that we can get to. And I believe that if we can kind of leverage Brian and his, knowledge of the game, I think that we can work him to work that guy.
Okay, so you're trying to use your guy to get somebody else.
Absolutely.
Now tell me about
So-
the other 2 idols, because we lost track of that. So far you've only told me that you think there's an idol and that you know Kobe has an idol. What else do you know about the idols?
Okay, so what I know about the idols is that our box had one at one point, and I know that our tribe doesn't have it. So someone stole our idol from our box, and that's not making me too happy. because I got to find this thing. And I think that that's going to be a huge game changer come tomorrow. So we got a lot of scheming and talking to do tonight. A lot of things to work out. But I got to protect my ass, and I've got to get myself that blue bottle. Because in that blue bottle could be the key to getting me to the end of this game.
Okay. So what's going on right here?
Medics say I probably have a busted knuckle. Fell in that earlier challenge today, right at the end, on top of the log. I slipped off and just busted myself.
And how is this going to hurt your game?
I don't have time to worry about this right now.
But what about everybody else? You're only one person.
Yeah.
So what does everyone else think?
I definitely
They're thinking you're broken?
No. I think these guys, it's obvious that my hand is in bad form. But I don't think that they're going to, I think our tribe is good enough to know that I'm good enough to stick by what I'm saying.
So you don't think out of the pity of their hearts that they wouldn't release you from the game so you can go and rest your hand?
Oh, no, shit, no, they would. It's all about them. This is the way this deal works. It's not about me. You know, they rode the horse. Okay, now we're here. Now it's time to put the horse in the stable and finish this deal off. So I am very cognizant of the fact that I have now damaged my body getting them here. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, right? So now I just have to play my ass off through tomorrow and see where the chips may fall.
Okay. And who's in your alliance?
My alliance is definitely Rebecca. Definitely Brian. Definitely Matt. And definitely Georgia. That's my nickname for him. Ronnie. Ronnie's Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, within these 5 that you just named...
That was a big alliance, right?
Yeah.
And that's the original crew.
Okay.
The OG.
But somebody's always at the bottom. Who's at the bottom that may not know it?
Well, someone's always at the bottom, right?
So
but this
who
is a
it?
new tribe.
No. Who are they going to figure out might be at the bottom of your tribe and might want to come and take them from you?
Brian.
You're already in the negative.
Brian, absolutely.
Okay, so do you think they're working Brian?
It depends on the tone, how the tone is set tomorrow.
So do you think somebody's working Brian?
Absolutely.
Who? Have you seen it? Have you heard it?
Kobe's working Brian.
Because
when Kobe looks, or when Brian looks at Kobe, he's like this. When he looks at you, he's like, this kid's 21 years old, right? And he knows every
So no
part
words
of this
have
game.
to be exchanged between him and Kobe. It's just that look of...
Yeah, no, that's it. It's pretty much, do you want to come with us? And he goes, okay, let me follow you. Oh, I know every part of
So
this
then
game.
you guys are in trouble.
Yeah,
because
we have
Kobe
to
just did Google eyes to Brian.
Yeah, he Googled it. His eyeball popped out. It was so Google. Yeah, no, we have a lot to work on. We are not in good form right now. No, so that's what I love about this. Damn. Now we really got to kick it over.
If you guys are in bad shape and there's 5 of you, why don't you make the first move? Why don't you say, hey, within my tribe, I wouldn't mind being the last man standing, or that's not you. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, it's not me.
Okay.
The last man standing, I'm okay with that.
I don't know. It sounds like if Brian goes Google eyes over Kobe, that you guys are going to be in a world of hurt come tomorrow morning.
Right, but I
that's what you're leading me to understand.
That's right. But I have some game. Okay. I can hopefully bring him back to us, and that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to sell him on the fact that you need to get over that, because he's in it to win it, right? So he's been here, done that, and this kid, he does podcasts, right? So I'm going to go with him and say, look, you played with a survivor, and you had a hand in voting him out. That's cool, right? Your friends love that. And that's something that you need to go think about, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to say, oh, look, I helped another guy play the game or win the game, because your ass is gone anyways. So what you would rather do is, the biggest thing is vote him out, because that's going to give you more cred. I think first out tomorrow,
what's the order?
Me or Ronnie, if we don't win.
So let me ask you this. This is my last question. When the other 2 from White came over, why didn't you guys try to grab onto them real quick before, as you stated, Kobe already has them on lockdown?
Okay, because we need to
If there's two people out there.
So no, it's happened, right? So you can't just on them. It happened as they were already losing. So they already spent some time together, you know. When we were out, off and away, our tribe was doing our thing. They were in the loser's den. So the loser's dens were
green and white?
Yes, right.
Together.
Together. So what I'm saying is that
so you're at a disadvantage because while you were playing a game,
right,
these two were together.
Yes, and the dysfunction amongst their tribes from the get-go was already high, right? So they've never found that cohesive like bond. So now they have two from the white that are here today. They're bonded. So we've got to get them on either one of our sides. That is absolutely vital. So to answer your question, they jumped on them first. Now we got to go on them second.
Okay, so what are you going to do now when you get back to camp?
First, I'm going to get that blue bottle. Then I'm going to find the idol. Then I'm going to convene with my guys and say we need to work those guys over because we need them. And they know we need them. And that's what we're going to do. We have to sell them on the fact that they don't have a good shot going with the other group. They want to be with the losers.
With the group you claim has the idols.
Right.
So
what we're going to do is we're going to let them know, hey, look, you are now aligning yourself with people that you're already at the bottom, right? Because you're just coming into the green group. And did you know that the green group has idols? Maybe two, because we don't have ours. So
okay, so you're not sure who has the idols. You're not sure if it's white or green.
No, I know Kobe
now.
has one.
Okay.
Green for sure. And there's two gone, right? I don't know if they played one earlier because we weren't part of all that. I just know that there are two, at least two. And Kobe has one. So, unfortunately, that's the target I have on my back. I've heard it already. Wow.
So you got to go and win tomorrow.
Yeah, and Rebecca has the same thing. Ronnie has the same thing. They're probably looking at us three and saying, those three, we got to watch out for those guys because individually, they might have some play there.
I can fault him for it because he got voted out.
He did, so you got rid of him.
He made a good move,
what else could he do?
His move was too early. He didn't need to make that move. He wasn't the target.
Okay.
What he said at Tribal is totally true. I was going for Jan. We were all going for Jan.
And you still are.
Yeah. Well, no, not right now. Jan is our power player. We have four with Jan. No, Jan's game totally changed, which could have been Mike if Mike didn't play too early.
Okay.
But see, Mike was seen because we were on such a losing streak. He assumed we would lose that last one and he would be next. So that's why he got paranoid.
Was he right?
If Mike
would he have been next?
I don't think he would have been. I really don't. I really, really liked him. But the next move is when it's all going to be exposed. Because right now we have the two left over from white, and then we have the scramblers at the bottom of orange. Who do we go with? Because we're hearing that white has two immunity idols. We try to flush them out, take them towards the end.
And you're still saying we, even though you're individuals.
It's my four.
Okay.
Even though
you've merged.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sticking to that four if I can. My dream would be that four at the end and they get rid of me in their final three. I'm hearing from my group, they might not want it to be that way. They could be blowing up my ego. I have a big ego.
No. Nobody's going to believe that.
I don't have a big ego.
That's what I say all the time.
They say I'm so nice out here, that's why people like me. And I'm like, that's because I'm not really starving. That's the only difference between this and that. I was like, if you watch the show, I wasn't this much fun. I'm this much fun with a little bit of rice, a little bit of beer, a little bit of water. I'm good.
That helps, doesn't it?
It helps a lot.
Makes you human.
Yes.
So who's going to win?
Well, I don't think it'll be me.
No?
I really don't. I really don't.
Because you played already.
I'll be serious. I really have a big heart. I don't know if I could be that selfish. I really don't. I really don't. But, I don't know. If we don't get rid of Becca, Becca will win. Because she's amazing at everything. She's super smart. She's super helpful around camp. She's the biggest threat right now to win.
I noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
Yet I noticed no talking about her as a threat.
Well, they're not talking about it to you. But it's being talked about.
Okay.
Don't worry.
By whom?
By me. According to Mike, I tell everybody everything. So everybody knows. Becca's the threat. Get rid of Becca.
Ronnie, now that you guys have merged, What do you know about the immunity idols?
Man, it's kind of suspect. We feel like there's 2 people that probably have 3, between 2. One tribe really thinks that the one guy that we think, Kobe, that has one, they think he doesn't, but we seem to think he does. So it's, you know, it's a little push now that we're on the downside. You know, we went into the merge not being in command, because we knew once they merged that they had more numbers. If it was 6-5, then we were going to be down, because they were going to bond together and take us out one by one. We've got.
How did you not have the numbers? You're coming in 5 strong. There's 4 on green, 2 on white. How do you not have numbers?
Well, our numbers wanted to be 6 SCOG. Not, you know, because being as dominant as we were in the challenges today, that they were shooting for us. They want to get us out, I'm sure. You know, and we have to pull one of somebody out of that group. And in a short period of time that we have, it's going to be tougher to pull one as opposed to just bringing 6 SCOG people and just walk, you know, trying to walk away with
Okay,
it.
since you didn't come in with 6 SCOG and only 5, why didn't you go ahead and try to grab onto the 2 white?
We are. I mean, we are trying to grab. Well,
so you are working that as
right,
we speak. Because when I went to camp, it looked like everybody was smiling and it was nice and quiet.
Oh, you wasn't here earlier then. You didn't.
What did I miss?
Well, you know, some of us went to those guys, and then was talking with Evan and with that tribe about trying to convince him that, hey, Kobe's probably got an immunity. He doesn't think that he does, and I'm trying to convince him that he probably does. And Survivor.
Wait, who is Evan?
The other guy on the tribe with Kobe and those guys.
So there's someone within Kobe's tribe. Okay, you're saying you think Kobe has an idol, but you think that he hasn't maybe told his entire tribe?
Right.
So you think there's someone out there within his tribe that doesn't know he has an idol?
Yeah, he believes that he doesn't have it. You know, he thinks that he doesn't have it. So I'm trying to tell him, even if he doesn't have it, that make a big play. Let's, you know, if you think he's got it, you can come with us. Let's knock him out. Make a big move, because you don't want to be in Survivor and, you know, you get a big play pulled on you before you pull it on somebody. So let's make a big move now, get it out of the way, and then we'll knock the other idols out, you know, piece by piece. Because I know my.
So instead of getting the other 2 straggling white tribe, you decided to go for a member of the green tribe, which is already green, 4 solid. So you don't think they're as solid as we think they are?
No, they're not. They're not. He was kind of wishy-washy about it. But the rest of my tribe have been talking to the other 2 from the white, from Bogo or whatever. Mm-hmm. They've been talking to those about pulling one of those. If we just get one, that's all we need is one. So we got to play both avenues. We got to play both halves. We can't play them as 6. We got to play them at 4 and 2. So one group's doing with 2, the other's trying to deal with 4. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, so within your alliance of orange, where are you? How safe are you?
I'm out of the ones that we have, I'm probably 1 out of the top 3, because me.
Who are the other 2?
Clark and Becca.
Okay.
Because we talked Thursday night before we even knew we were on tribe. It's kind of like, you know, me and Becca were in the canoe together. Of course, we couldn't talk, and then, you know, once we got out and you know, we're mingling around Thursday night, that, you know, we kind of clicked. And talking with Clark and then Matt, we kind of all basically us 3 to start with.
So if I were Matt or if I were Brian, I would already feel and know that you guys are top 3 and I'm bottom 2. Like, have you made it known? Is it obvious that I'm on the bottom?
Brian, you know, Brian's a nice guy. He kind of feels like that he kind of knows he's 5th place guy. He knows that.
So if I were Brian, I'd leave you guys high and dry, or no?
No, he's pretty dedicated to us. You know, he's pretty dedicated to us. And
so he's willing. So he's okay with being 5.
Seems like it.
So he's willing to just. He came all the way out here for you guys to just vote him off and pick him off.
No, because I think he felt like he wasn't going to get this far. He didn't have the confidence he was going to get this far in the game anyway. Mm-hmm. So he's, you know, he's comfortable right now.
So instead of you guys trying to make him feel wanted, you're out there trying to bring over 2 more people instead of trying to take care of the guys you have now?
No, we're not trying to bring 2. All we need is 1. So
you're trying to bring over 1, but you're alienating 1 within your alliance.
No, we're not. How we alienate? We're not alienating.
Because it sounds to me like Brian is not as loved as he wish he was. And if somebody else shows him just a little bit of love, instead of just looking for 1, you might be having to look for 2.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. could be pulling the wool over our eyes. You never know. It's possible.
Well, if he's a quiet guy, I mean, you would see if he's talking to anyone.
He's talking
Who's
to
doing
us.
the talking over there?
Out of our group?
Out of anybody. What do you see going around? Or are you just sitting there?
No, of course Kobe has got his group that he's, pulling off to the side with Andy.
So Kobe's the big guy over there.
In that group, yeah. He's got, pulling Andy, out. And, him and Andy are talking and that group's talking. And then, me and, me, Clark and Becca are out talking for our group. And Matt's just says, hey man, I'm happy we get to the merge, we can do whatever. He's laid back a little bit, but me, Becca, and Clark are on the
So
chopping
within
block.
you, Becca, and Clark, who do you think possibly can go before you, or do you think you're...
Well, what Evan was telling me, or Evan, I think that's his name, was telling me, Evan, Ian. Yeah, Ian. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, from what he was telling me, that, based on the challenges today, I'm like top of the, being dominant today in the challenges, I'm at the top of the list. And then, of course, Clark and Becca.
Well, lucky for you, this is individual now, so then you need to win as many as possible, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing. You got to go at it hard every time, which I do that anyway. But now it's definitely do or die almost for me, for sure. And for our tribe, it's almost do or die every time. Got to win immunity and keep moving on.
So now we merge. We have 4 from my tribe. We have Kobe, myself, Ian, and Jan. Andy and Laura, who I had talked to the first night, are obviously the swings in this. Everybody knows it. Orange guys are moping all around. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to just vote us out, blah, 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 blah. The game can change on a dime. It did for Mike. It did for me, because I wanted Mike to be there. I wanted him to be one of my shields, but he's not there anymore. So now I have to kind of readjust some things, but I haven't had too much time to talk to people yet, because everybody is still like that.
It's the last night.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? How's this 11 people left tonight?
Right.
How's it going to play out?
Well, my job right now and what I'm doing is I'm just taking everything in. I want information. So I talk to people nicely. I know all the orange people think that Andy and Laura have 2 idols. Theirs was stolen off their crate. I had gotten a clue. I had shared it with Colby at the time because me and him were tight. But he found it even before he read the clue. We found it on the crate. So we kept it to ourselves. Then we included Ian, and then we included Jan in it. So we have an idol as well. So we've kind of thrown the idea around. We know they'll probably go after Colby. If they're smart, they'll put it out there that they're going to go after Colby and then go after someone else. So it's one of those things where there's 3 idols in play. There's 11 people left. Something's going to break, and all shit's going to break.
You said if they're smart. Are they?
I think they are. I think Clark is a smart guy. I think right now he's like kind of acting all depressed that, he thinks it's inevitable. So, talking with him is I'm trying to be as straight as I can with him. I'm not basically rubbing it in, oh yeah, well we're in power, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, hey, don't think about tomorrow. Think about a little while down. If you can get through tomorrow, what happens, anything can change. Someone's luck, someone could be out on the first challenge tomorrow and hurt themselves. Out of the game.
I'm a little concerned because it is the last night. There are 11 people left, and yet you're still telling me my job right now is just gathering information. So do you have a plan yet for moving forward or not?
Of course,
well,
yeah.
What is it?
Well, right now I'm gonna hang behind Kobe and let him be in front. In the meantime, I've already started talking.
That might be hard. Kobe doesn't like people thinking I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Really? Kind of easy to hang behind Kobe for now, right?
And Kobe's really smart. And one thing I know about Kobe is I think he's loyal. And that makes me that relaxes me a little bit because I do feel he's loyal. And I have made...
To whom?
I think he's loyal to me.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've been...
Anybody else?
I think Jan and Ian. Sometimes I think he might be a little bit more...
Can there be 4 winners?
Well, that's the thing. I think he might be a little bit more prone to Jan. So I've made sure I've gotten a little bit closer to Ian. So I can kind of bounce it off at 2-2 if it gets to that point. I've been talking to Andy and Laura because they're kind of the wild cards.
And what are you hearing from them?
Right now, I'm hearing, they've told me that they have a couple idols. they told me that they want to come with us.
Do you believe them?
I kind of do, because
Okay.
even during the challenges over the last day, no one really liked orange. I mean, no one likes the Yankees, you know, when they're winning all the time, or, you know, so no one likes that. So of course that was kind of a, you know, and we were getting kicked around all the time, you know, so no one, I think a lot of people didn't think of our group as being strong. Clark, Becca, Ronnie, those three people have already mentioned to me how I'm a tough competitor. I don't like that. I don't want you to think that. At the end I do, but I don't want you to think that now.
What are you doing to keep them from thinking that now?
I'm just I bring up the fact that I fell in the pond a few hundred times, and, you know, I messed up on some things, and my shoes were all wet. I've been drying them out by the fire, and, you know, so I try to ease them, and I'm trying to make it look like Kobe is closer to Jan than he is to me.
What's going to win, Steve?
Me?
Good answer.
All right, does she get to answer the question? Do I have to start all over?
Let's start all over and make it
All
nice
right.
and clean.
Okay. Laura, has there been any talk about who can possibly have the immunity idols?
Yeah, I think from the very beginning, day one, Andy and I were looking for those hidden immunity idols, and Andy was all over it. He found ours first, and then as soon as he found ours, then I tried to distract a little bit, and he found Orange's idol, so Andy has two, and then I think...
So although you distracted,
yeah,
he kept them both in his pocket. So why, if he didn't have one, did he not give you the other?
Good. That's a good question.
And
I'm just thinking. I was just thinking about that the same. I mean, today I was talking with Jan. He's like, why didn't he give you the idol?
So wait, you went and told Jan everything that has already occurred and transpired.
Well, yeah, we all talked. It was me and Andy and Kobe and Ian. We're all talking together, so all four of us know.
So you've already divulged the information about the idol. Did you not think he was going to share it with you and maybe
Andy
possibly help?
divulged it.
Oh, he's the one that spilled the beans. See,
Yeah.
I can't keep track of who's who.
Because Kobe has the other idol, so now we know that us four are the ones that know, that have that know where all three of the idols are.
So is it safe to say that then there is an alliance of 4 people right here just because of the idols?
And I think all of green and then all of white are all working together, because I think that information has trickled through to all of the green tribe members, and then obviously just me and Andy, it's just us, so we know everything too.
So then white and green is 6 against orange 5? Very,
That's
very
what we're hoping
interesting. Okay. But how do you feel about that, the fact that he has both idols? And that's just hearsay that he would be willing to share, or is it a group idol?
Yeah, well, there's supposedly, at this point, there's 6 of us that know who has all of these idols. So we are going to have to work together we're hoping to keep the 6 together to get the other 5 out. And then as soon as those 5 are out, everybody knows everything. So we're going to have to, work together to do something, to vote each other out or whatever.
Okay, so in your perfect scenario, you're hoping to never use the idols? Is that what I'm understanding? That if you vote out the other 5, then the 6th day, one person within the 6 has 2 idols.
Right.
How fair is that?
It's not fair. It's not fair. But I don't know what it's going to come down to. I don't know. I'm keeping low underneath the radar, like somebody else said, but I'm just trying to lay low and see who's going to try and pick off each other, and then try and play off of that, because Andy and I are really, really close, and I trust him a lot.
It's the last night, Ian.
Yeah, I know. I feel pretty fine, you know.
You got 11 people left.
Yep, and
I think the social game might be kind of important now.
Yes, it is, and, you know...
What's your plan?
My plan is to keep my alliance. I think our alliance plus, you know, the 2...
Who's your alliance?
We got Kobe, Jan, myself, Steve, give me a second, Laura, and Andy.
It sounded like 6 to me.
That is 6.
Hey,
and
only one person wins the game, Ian.
It's true, and I'm going to win.
It's the last night, Ian.
I know. It's
So
exciting.
what are you going to do with a 6-person alliance on the last night when only one person can win?
Okay, so first we've got to get rid of the other 5 people before we can really, decide. I mean, it's already been decided. But, I mean, I feel fairly confident in my alliance. I mean, I think we have a solid 4. So the 2 new people are easy, takeoffs, and he's got 2 idols. So at some point we're going to have to do something with that.
How many times have you watched people say, I feel fairly confident about my standing?
Oh, a lot.
What happens to them usually?
They can get voted out pretty easily.
So tell me who's going to win.
I think myself or Steve will win. I think that between us, we have it on lock. And,
Okay.
I mean, obviously seeing it inside the game is different than seeing outside the game, but it's...
I see a lot of physical threats. Does that matter?
Yes and no. I mean, it only matters if they win every single one. And I'm guessing we'll have, like, 4 challenges tomorrow, so my hope is to let the physical threats just, lose. Because, I mean, it gets tiring. I mean, you saw it later in the day. White was doing extremely well yesterday, and today they kind of fell apart. And they had some good assets to their team, too, so.
They did, but this whole white, orange, green, Bezo thing,
yeah,
history. You've merged.
It's
so you're alone. But you tell me you've got an alliance.
Yes, yes.
So literally, what are you going to do tonight, your last night, when you go back with the final 11 and wake up knowing that the game's over tomorrow? What's your plan?
Well, I think I have to play with my alliance. Because while it is me, and, we have 11 people, but we still have those alliances.
Okay.
I mean, they don't disappear.
Okay.
I mean,
so you're going to sleep comfortably?
Oh, absolutely. Last night I slept like a rock. Today I'll sleep like a rock. I'm a heavy sleeper, so I don't mind.
Cool.
I know a lot of people are going to be scrambling and trying to make things work, but, I mean, you only have 3 days to make trust with people, and, I mean, enjoy yourself, so that's what I'm doing.
Rebecca, your tribe went into the merge 5 strong. How good of an advantage was that for you?
Oh, mostly like emotional advantage for us. We came in today really fired up, thinking, this is our day to sweep a lot of events, and we held it really strong.
Okay, so the other tribes are down to 2 and 4.
Right.
So who's going to take these 2 that are just loose out there? Who's going to latch on to them? Who wants them?
Oh, baby, it is on. Everybody's talking a lot right now. So it's hot in camp, not just from the fire. And I think,
well, it was pretty quiet when I walked down there, so I don't know what hot you're talking about, or if you're seeing something I'm not seeing.
Well, we had a good time frame of wood collecting. And
who went wood collecting?
Well, everybody kind of goes off so mainly, let's see, Kobe and his crew, which would be Kobe, his green team alliance kind of a thing.
So when Kobe goes to get wood, everyone goes to get wood?
They went on a mission to find something, some kind of plank that they were looking for, and 4 of them went off and they came back because they said the trail ended. So we know that they're out there talking to each other. So I think what's going on is, I think Kobe's trying to snake over 2 of my teammates on the orange team, Brian and Matt. So of our 5, we have 3 strong athletes: Clark, Ronnie, and myself, probably at the top 3 athletics. And then, but Matt is really strong, and Brian, and they are both survivor experts. I mean, Matt having played before, and Brian being the ultimate trivia master, he has watched everything that's gone down, so he's really brilliant in trying to plot out to try to see what's going to happen. So they're trying to swing those 2 to backstab us 3, I think, and so we're trying to see.
Is there any reason why Matt and Brian would think that within your 5 they're at the bottom 2?
I think just common sense. I mean, they're just I think we're getting gunned for because top athletics, and a lot of the challenges, at least today, were very
So it's
athletic.
not because you guys you didn't include them.
No.
It's just because
No.
you know you're physically more active than the other two.
I think most of the other tribes don't really know too much about us and how strong our alliance is or is not. And so we've been trying to play up, like that we're not that strong, because that could work to our benefit. So I'm pretty confident in our alliance, but it will only hold us 5 strong, right? So, and they have 6 against us. So if one of us gets in a hard place, numbers wide, they're going to target our team, I think.
Okay. And now tell me about the idols. What's the situation with that? What have you found out, if anything?
All right. So this is what I think is going on. I think our team does not have an idol because I think the white team stole our idol at the beginning, when it is illegal in this game. But nonetheless, it happened and we can't do anything about it. So I think on the white team, I think Andy, former white team I should say, Andy has the idol for them, and I think he also has ours. And I think Kobe probably has theirs for the green team, if they even have an idol.
And have you shared your suspicions with anyone else?
Our team is suspicious of that kind of. We all kind of think that, but I'm going to try to get some more information out of some of the side players. I think Laura had a couple words with her, but I need to talk with her a little bit more. Being the last 2 girls in the game, I think I might be able to swing her a little bit to try to bring her along with our orange team. Mm-hmm. Basically, what we're trying to find is somebody that is a target for the other 6 that we could bring with our alliance.
Okay, but wait, you mean with the other 6, meaning green and white, so the only other people that could possibly be targets are the other 2 players in your 3, no? Did I lose you?
I lost you, yeah.
Okay, if you said that you're trying to find 2 people that's their targets, right? Or you're trying to say that within their tribe before the merge you want to find out who maybe was possibly on the bottom?
I'm trying to see so there's definitely better players than others, so who's good out here? It's players that have already played. So Kobe is, he's manipulative and trying to turn people all the time. And so you find somebody that's less of a player that they know it's of their benefit to stick with you. So for example, white team, you're down to Andy and Laura. And, it's obvious why they voted out Linda, because she's the weaker of the 3 in terms of athletic ability, even though she was freaking awesome.
But if I were on the white team, and we were down to 2, and Colby is inviting me into this alliance of 4, which makes it 6, why would I want to go with you?
We would have to sell it to her that she's going to get sold out, or Andy's going to get sold out. Andy's harder sell because we think he has immunity. So that's kind of a toss-up. The other thing I was trying to get is to see if Laura could, if in fact they do have our immunity, if she can fish around for it, and then if she gives it to me, then I'm a secret hidden immunity within our tribe. But I don't know.
So in this big Survivor world of yours, you think she would find an idol for you, not put it in her own pocket and just hand it to you?
My thought was that you can only use the idol for your own team. That's what I'm thinking, because they were team specific. But now that we're merged, you're right. That maybe
if that idol was illegally taken from you, don't you think that by now would have been back in your possession?
We asked, and the answer is what it is from the higher ups in the game.
Okay, so you're still gonna try to persuade Laura to somehow,
it's worth a shot,
hopefully find an idol and then hand it to you. And what are you offering her?
We would protect her from getting voted off.
Okay, but first she has to hand you an idol.
Well, we would protect her anyway, but I'm just trying to.
But you get what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
so
yeah,
she's gonna just hand you an idol.
I get you. I think that it's probably not going to happen. But you plant seeds, you never know, and she might just, she might be worried one time that she's getting voted out, or I give her the idol, save her ass, and then she returns favor later. You have to, play the game a little bit, see what's going to come your way. So it's worth throwing the ideas out there at people just to see what happens, even though it's probably not going to happen.
And within your 3, your strong 3, where do you fit in?
So in terms of our alliance, I mean, really, we've been pretty transparent with each other on Orange, which has worked to our advantage because we trust each other.
And there's no way these 2 dudes are talking behind your back.
There is a possibility, but I think I think we're hoping to bring 4 orange into the final 4 if we could, which would be Clark, me, Ronnie, and Matt.
Okay, and so does Brian know he's on the outs?
Brian thinks he's in with Matt on the final 2, like going to the end. So he's on the outs, unfortunately, in our tribe.
Okay,
yeah.
But you're not making him feel like he's on the outs,
no.
because then it would be possibly 7 against 4.
Oh yeah. So we don't. Biggest thing is that we keep our at least our 5, and I mean we generally love Brian, so it's not hard to be like, dude, you're part of the team, and he's such a gamer, man. He strategizes all this, and he's like, if this, then this, if this, then this. So he's a huge advantage to our 5, and you know I think he's pretty loyal. He's pretty good guy. So I think we're gonna hang in there with Brian. I'd be really surprised if he swung, but you never know. You never know. The real true alliance is with Clark from the beginning, and then our team final 4.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah, how great?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11.
Okay, why?
Got the right people around me.
Tell me about them. What makes the people around you right? How are you going to win?
Because we stick together from the very beginning. And I think, I played the game from the very beginning, but I started going up strong.
Better and better and better?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people did not.
And what are you going to do with Kobe? Only one person wins.
Only one person wins.
What are you going to do with him?
Well, right now we have to make sure that we keep strong as we are, and I think we will.
I'm not talking about right now. Right now you have 11 people left.
Right.
It's the last night. Tomorrow the winner's going to be announced.
Right.
What are you going to do with Kobe?
Well, it comes down to then, I guess, goodbye Kobe.
What's Kobe going to do when you say goodbye, Kobe?
I think he would do the same thing with me, I'm sure.
And
when it comes down to the wire.
When are you going to do that? You don't have a lot of time, right, Jan?
I know. And I thought about that too.
Okay.
I thought about that too. But we're gonna have to wait at least another 2 or 3. I think at least another 2 tribal counts.
Okay. There are 11 people left.
Right.
You're individuals now. It's not teams.
Right.
But you've got your alliance. Mm-hmm. What's your plan? Who else besides Kobe in these people out of these 11 are left? Have you got to focus on getting rid of? Who else is threatening?
Threatening, I think definitely are the strong players, like Clark.
Strong physically?
Strong physically.
Okay.
And so sometimes, physically only gets you so far, but I think, so I mean, I'm not the most physical person, but I think I did pretty well. So I think at the beginning, a mix is good. But at some point, you're right, at some point it's cutthroat.
Some point, here we are, last night,
I know.
11 people left.
Yep.
I keep hearing this from people. At some point, I'm going to have to stop listening. At some point, I'm going to have to stop gathering information. Have we reached that point?
Yes.
Is it time for you to take control?
I'm already somewhat in control anyway.
Love hearing that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.